My name is Phoenix. It's an honor to be here a second time and give us some brief introduction of our company and what we are doing right now. Our company's name is NeuroXess. It's quite similar to the previous speaker, NeuroX, but in different sectors. We are building the brain-computer interface, which is called BCI. So the topic of this slide today is aim brain to future. You can tell we are really trying to build something we can put in the brain and we can collect our brain to the futures. The first slide is a little bit introduction about what we are doing right now. We are focused on the brain science. So everybody knows brain is the most important organ of our bodies. It's most complex. Actually, it's the most complex things in the universe with 18 billion neurons and a much number of dendrites. And then also it's our most important of the human beings to help us to differences with animals. That's why we can be the food chain, top of the food chain right now. Based on our research, there is a huge, maybe called grand science program. There are 4 grand science programs ever happened in the human history. The first 3 is everybody knows is the Manhattan Project, Apollo Project, a Human Genome Project. All these kind of 3 projects have happened every 2 or 3 decades. Every project successfully bring human into the next level. So the Human Brain Project starting is 10 years ago. Actually, at the goal of this brain project is to solve the ultimate question of the brain. How is it functional? How we can change, how we can input output with the brain. So this is the biggest science programs in recent 20 years, I think. Yeah. So from our perspective, brain-computer interface is a fundamental tools to the science program. The importance of BCI is similar to the rockets and the centrifuge to the Manhattan, similar. It means as long as we have the BCI tools, we can find out the final answer of the brain project. And also, we can tell from globally, all the major countries has similar projects. In US, there is a brain initiatives, and in Europe, there's a human brain project, and also in Japan. And Chinese brain project, we call China Brain Project, starting in 2021. And this is the biggest science research program in the past 10 years. So the government were providing 15 billion RMB in next 10 years. So it's about 5 billion RMB per year to the academia and university to do the brain science research. And also about the BCI. BCI actually is a very complex system. It's an interdisciplinary field, including the MEMS, we call it microelectronic and medical device, chips, materials, algorithm, robot, ethics, neuroscience, physiologics. So it's quite across a different field of knowledge. We have to build something in different sector. And the 3 key elements, and maybe the 3 biggest challenge for all the BCIs, we are trying to solving these 3 challenge. The first one is a high channel throughput. What means high channel throughput? You know, everybody have 50 billion neurons. We want to make sure we can have a high channel to read and to write the neuron. Second one is low trauma, because it's an invasive plans. We have to open your skull and put the electrode in your cortex. It means from surgical level, we want to lower the trauma to make sure people can get used to BCI in next 10 or 20 years. The last challenge is in vivo longevities. We have to make sure our electrode can working with your cortex for 5 years, 10 years to still can get a signal, read and write. So I think this is 3 major key elements for all the clinical BCI research. What we have done, the whole supply system of China to give us an advantage to starting BCI research recently is in the past 10 years, China already make big progress in these 6 major sectors. First is MEMS, the MEMS, we're using microelectronics systems to build the electrode. The MEMS system, maybe the MEMS fab in China, 10 years ago, there is not a single one. But currently, China has over 20 MEMS fabs right now. So we have the ability to build electrode by using MEMS. A second one is a DBS, kind of medical device. We can manufacture this kind of DBS in China ourselves. A third one is chips. The processing technology already innovated a lot. And the materials, different kind of new materials has been involved in this BCI sector. The fifth is algorithm, based on the AI booming in the past 2 years. The GPUs and all the algorithms as transformers, everything, big programs. And last one is neuroscience. There are already some scientists also make very important programs in the basic brain image and kind of a research already. So without these 6 major sectors progress, we cannot build BCI in China right now. But now we almost have all the resource we need already. And from the timelines, before 2021, this sector is purely academia. It means some big scientists, they will starting publish some papers every 2 or 3 years. This kind of paper is all Nature and Science top generous papers, but it's not engineering. It's not for clinical use, can only in the lab with some demo of scientists. After 2021, the whole industry is starting to booming up. The first indication is indicator is a Neuralink. Elon Musk has a company in Neuralink, starting to show some demos in 2021 and make this whole society much exciting right now. So our company also founded in 2021. Currently, global, there are 3 major paths for BCI approach. The first one is silicon electrode system in the left. This is the first BCI system ever be proven by FDA in past 10 years. And this electrode has been implanted to 45 patients in past 10 years. This is the first ever FDA-proven BCI product. We call it the Utah arrays. Second is vascular electrode. We call it, this company is Synchron. And also, after 10 years, this company successfully implanted their BCI in 10 patients. The third one is a Neuralink. And also, our companies, we focus this technology path. And the Neuralink also get a first human trial this January. And in last month, the first patient of Neuralink just go to their Twitter to give us a live streaming. And also very successful demonstration about what the Neuralink has achieved in the 8th year. So this is the 3 major technology paths of BCI globally. We are focused on the third one. So a quick introduction about NeuroXess. We call it a life science company focused on flexible electrode BCI technology to protect and to explore the brain. So this is our vision. And our mission is to reshape and strengthen human perceptions and cognition through BCI technology. And you can tell we always have a very long-term vision. We think BCI can help us to collect our human intelligence, collect to artificial intelligence. So it's why we want this company to set up its mission, very long-term and very strategies. We want to using BCI to collecting people with AI. So this is a very long-term vision, can lasting for 15 to 20 years. And these are founders, Phoenix and Tigers. We are from the same university, and Tiger is our chief scientist, and I'm the CEOs. So he's a scientist, and I am a serious entrepreneur. I used to have 4 different company, internet company in China. And my previous company in Keruin used to be the biggest SaaS company in China, and I sell to Alibaba 5 years ago. So we have this kind of scientific research and commercial talent together. Some of my scientists still in the Chinese Academy of Science doing the basic research, and I was running the company in the commercial basis. We have also different branches in China, and also we have a Hong Kong office and in Hengqin. We already get several honors in different years. We only have 2.5 years since we established, but we get a lot of honors in globally. This is some introduction of our products. You can see we use wafer MEMS technology to build the electrode. The electrode is removed from the wafer of the silicon wafers. It's very thin, very high channel, high density, and extremely flexible. So using this electrode, we can put in the cortex of the brain to reading and stimulating the neuron in the same times. So this is our electrode. And we also have a core technology to using silk protein to help us to put our electrode into the cortex. We don't need needles, but we can also use micro silk protein to insert our electrode to the cortex. So this is one of our core patents. And this is our whole product matrix. You can see we have our electrode from intracortical electrode to ECog electrode, which is directly touching the surface of the brain. And we have our implantable device, with we call the neural interface. It's like a socket to install on the skull. And we have our own chips to do the data processing and the algorithm. And we have our surgical implantation robots to help the doctor to implant the electrode. We have to using robots to insert the electrode. And we also have our data acquisition unit. This is all hardware. And the most important part, we want to build in our cloud ecosystem. Because in brain science, there never have been a cloud ecosystem. It means everybody using different electrode, different chips, different softwares. They cannot share in your different data, and they cannot share in your algorithm. This is not like AI. AI or everybody using NVIDIA GPUs, using CUDA, building different kind of machine learning algorithm. But in brain science, there is no such kind of ecosystem. So we want to building the brain ecosystem. It's like the Hugging Face in brain science, something like that. We will try to building the Hugging Face in brain sciences. And also, we already providing this kind of solution for the brain research market in the monkeys, in rodents, and also in the clinical trials. This is some animal experiment. Actually, we have much fancy videos within the dogs and monkey using our BCI tools for working on the working machine and for playing ping pongs. But I cannot show you the real videos of the animal because a little bit sensitive, so we changed to cartoons. But you will know, we already finished the trials and successfully using our BCI monkeys and dogs for the motor decoder. We already, this is also the first time in China successfully using BCI for decoding our motors. And in the future, we are trying to different indications for ALS And spinal cord injury is the first target indication of our in the futures. And also in the if in the clinical trial for language decoding, movement decoding, and visual reconstructions, that's the futures. Well, these are partners. Mostly is from different university and hospital in China. So yeah, we already get an investment from Shengda and Sequoia and Zhongping. And actually, we are the highest valuation and most investment we will get in the BCI sector in China. So thanks everybody. Looking forward to get the chance to introduce more. Thank you.